Ah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? We all good, right? Yee. Yee. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I finally got Chrome to work. Chrome is actually working this time, and I realized what was causing the issue. It needed to be updated, and I have not updated in a century since then. So it's fixed. I don't have to use Internet Explorer to do that anymore. Let's go. So with that said, let's jump into it and let's see. So today I have a video for you guys. It says the Odyssey Countdown trailer downvoted and ratio to oblivion. So for those who don't know, Christopher Nolan is out here making a movie called The Odyssey, his rendition of The Odyssey. And it has gotten a lot of like flack because of the casting. If I remember right, if the Odyssey takes place within what the Roman time or the city of Rome or whatever the case may be, I'm not really too sure on that if I'm saying that correct, or whatever the case may be, right? And because of that, it was predominantly white, right? 9 times out of 10. But the issue is that gods or deities that are depicted as such is not of the race of what is of that of the Roman people. Or was it Roman or Greek? I'm not totally sure. You can correct me on either one of those two things. I think it's Greek, I think. And there's a particular character who is of African descent that shouldn't be given the time period and the overall like concept of the Odyssey. That's not the only issue. I think the other issue is the casting of what's his name? Of oh my god, the Elliot Page being playing as the main character, I would think. So that problem is a big problem. So I guess it's getting ratio, and then giving that Elliot Page most recent video talking about masculinity and all that shit. We all, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Talking about being a man and all that stuff and what you should be, what it takes to be a man, doesn't count because you don't technically count. You're just LARPing as one, but it is what it is. So let's jump into this and see what it says.
So it's not going so well for Universal Pictures. They put a new trailer up for Christopher.
Hold on, sorry. Let me fix that real quick. I forgot to switch the sounds. I forgot to do something. Okay. And here we go. All right.
Nolan's The Odyssey. So it's not going so well for Universal Pictures. They put a new trailer up for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and it's getting disliked, downvoted to oblivion on YouTube. It's not looking good. I'm pulling it up now, and I'm seeing 43,000 upvotes to 154,000 downvotes.
Let me guess. It's the chuds, the alt-right Yahtzees.
It's the alt-right.
The incels.
The
men that hate men.
The men that hate men.
Men?
I'm just saying because like you downvoted Supergirls because men hate women, but now it'd be the men who hate men.
Yeah, they're already trying to spin a narrative like
racism because of casting. Is that what it's about?
Racism, sexism, transphobia.
Some of the casting.
There's always an ism and a phobe somewhere. Usually, when they say there's isms and phobes in a show and or movie that took thousands of people to make, it's either extremely base or it's actually true, but usually it's extremely base. In this particular situation, it is not. Well, if the show is. If the show is not, then it's like, you know.
Stupid. Like, why do they keep taking characters that were already established as a certain type of character and then changing it?
Look, I got this is funny. This is one of the top comments here. The Odyssey by Homer Simpson. Oh boy. So yeah, I don't care one way or the other about this one. I'm gonna be honest. I like. Yeah, it's not a chick flick. I like Christopher Nolan movies overall, but nothing I've seen from this movie, and this honestly, this has nothing to do with the casting in my case. Like I just don't care. I just don't care.
I just don't care. And it's not because I only like chick flicks. I like other kinds of movies, but this one.
This is the problem right there. Well, not the problem. This is the problem for Hollywood specifically, because when you really think about it, when the normal person starts saying, "I don't care," I truly just don't care at all about the movie that you produced that took millions of dollars. When majority of the casual audience starts saying shit like this, that's where you as the Hollywood has a problem. Because think about it. If the casual says, "I don't give a fuck about watching this movie at all. It doesn't really speak to me," or "I don't care for the characters," or anything like that, then that's even more reason not to go see the movie. Right? I only go see Spider-Man because I want to see Spider-Man. I want to see Peter Parker get into the suit and does his thing. Right? So that's like pretty much what that is, right? So that's an issue right there. If something like the Odyssey is not being cared enough within the characters that is actually in the story of Homer's Odyssey, and people are not putting that much effort to see a rendition of it, and they say, "I don't give a fuck because you guys kind of botched every other thing that came before, not just the Odyssey, but like other properties that I liked." Why the fuck would I give a shit about something that is, I won't say part of history, but like mythos in history? Why would I give a shit? Like if the IP Spider-Man thing is pissing me off and I don't gotta see that, and that's more recent, why the fuck would I want to watch the thing that has been around for ages and then you guys fuck that up too? You just made more reason why for me not to go to the movie theater, or much less buy your stupid ass movie or wait till it comes on Netflix. Right? It just kind of defeats the whole purpose. Heads up, Vermont. Hey, Mont. I tell him hi. I'm telling him, hey. What's up, bud? Hope he's doing well with his artwork. But yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't make any sense. I have a demute to prevent disrupt. Oh wait, I just remembered. Hold on. There we go. Gotta open that. Oh, the art fight thing. I don't take part in that. I don't think I will. To be honest with that, I was supposed to do a video. Actually, I was supposed to post that video up. Actually, you just reminded me to post that video up. I might do that tomorrow. Someone drew Supergirl with the heavies. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry, I have the chat coming up now. Sorry about that. The chat was not there. My bad. So yeah, send it to me.
Just have zero interest in. So to me, I mean, I get a lot of people like it. I just think that they've already done this one like a couple times before, and I don't care.
I don't think about Rome. I know that they had this whole thing going around that men spend all their time thinking about Rome. I don't think about Rome. I think you think about Rome more than...
Yes, ironically, I would think about it more than you, because I almost have a second degree in art history, and my focus areas were ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and ancient Egypt. So
yeah, but the difference with that is you're talking about having a degree. Also, you gotta probably think about it a little bit more in that sense, because you have a degree in it. When they ask this question about men thinking about Rome, they're not talking about the person with a degree. They're talking about just a regular old dude or person or even a teenager. Or do you think about the fall of Rome? And most men will probably say yes in some degree. Now, they don't probably think about it every single day, but it has crossed their minds somewhere down the line. The difference between her and a regular dude is that she went for school for that shit. Some dude saw a movie or did a book report on it or some shit like that at high school, but still thinks about it after the fact. So there's more reason for you to think about it because you was academically forced to do that. But the difference is like someone who doesn't have to is probably more in tune to think about it than you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it, you know what I'm saying, as a man.
So yes, I know I think about Rome more than you think about Rome.
I just don't care. I really don't care. Anyway, we're going to talk about how some people do care. They care enough to downvote this one, and I don't know if this is going to affect it at the box office.
You're not wrong. It is technically Power Girl, but a clone. So,
but you know what? They didn't think Supergirl was affected at all, and look how that turned out.
Mm-hmm. So I just don't think people care.
Nobody's. I'm not hearing any buzz.
They're like, okay, why are we making Helena Troy? Why are we race swapping Helena Troy? You know, that kind of stuff. Those things I've cared about that because people. I think that's just. I don't even think people care so much as they're just immediately like, oh my god, here we go again, and they're just tired of like things that are changed for no damn good reason. And I think that's why they're just immediately they hear that. And even if it doesn't impact in any way, shape, or form, they're just immediately going to be like, no, I'm out because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And it's going to be some political agenda, even if it's not. This the thought that it could be is enough to drive people away.
I think that's it. And this is why these studios need to be very careful in the promotion leading up to the movie, because even if you say something that's taken out of context, it can and will be used against you to tank your movie. And you can't blame the audience when you're basically telling.
They always blame the audience. It's never
they always
their fault.
do, but like you're telling them, you're giving them reasons not to come. At this point, like, look, don't you understand how sales works? Sales is you want to entice people to buy your product. You don't give them reasons to nope out. You're giving them what they call the off ramp. Every time you throw something out there that's potentially controversial, especially in current year, you're giving people an off ramp. Like, oh, okay, you're going to race swap all the characters and whatever. Yeah, I'm not going.
There's no off ramp because then you'll have George Takei and Will Wheaton going on silence complicity. And all that idiocy that just doesn't make any sense. But they already people are tired before it even started because they're just so sick to death of even the whiff of a movie being ruined because it's super hyper politicized and everything else. And immediately, if you don't like it, you're going to be called names. If you don't go, you're going to be called names. You're going to be told not to go, you'll be called names. If you don't go, you'll be called names. You can't win. So it's just like I'm already tired and don't want to go.
Yeah. So let's talk about the downvoting. Let's talk about the review bombing, downvoting. The chuds are out again, whatever. It's like there aren't that many chuds. There are not enough chuds to I don't even think to warrant 154,000 downvotes. Like we'll
find out though, because that's just it. All the counts. We'll find out though, because if the movie does really well, then enough people are interested. And if it doesn't do well, then it wasn't chuds.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
But it'll still be the chuds.
Somehow it will be your fault. Somehow it will be your fault. It will be our fault. It will be It'll be everybody's fault but the people who made the movie.
If it succeeds, it'll be like, haha, own the chuds. If it fails, it'll be, and you chuds lost. If it fails.
Yeah, it's the ultimate domain expansion. It's a guaranteed hit. It is a domain expansion for Hollywood. If they lose, it's the chud's fault. If they win, the chuz loses. It's a domain expansion. It's a guaranteed hit. You can't tell me it's not. That's why they always use it. It is a guaranteed hit. Domain expansion, endless dribble, endless dribble, right? Or no accountability. Shrine of no accountability. It's never your fault. It's everyone else but yours. That's what this is. This is evil. With the exception of Satoru Gojo, right? With a bonus.
You chuds or tank the movie, crazy. And you're terrible people still. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether you go see it or not. They're going to blame you anyway. So.
All right, so let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you would like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.com to Spotify, iTunes, iHeart. Everything gets posted over there, and there is no point. So this is Cosmic Book News had it. The Odyssey trailer gets buried in dislikes as the casting backlash refuses to die. I do think the casting backlash is definitely part of it, but this one just, for this supposedly being.
One. It says, domain expansion, accountability void, accountability-less void. I love that one. Wait a minute. Power. Wait a minute. Power Girl. Lemillion says power. I have an idea. Well, she says power, and Power Girl has the heavies, but Lemillion's, he kind of throws his buns around. It's kind of crazy, and he says power. So.
One of the biggest movies of the summer.
Coin?
I'm not seeing any.
Did you just send me a coin? What the hell? Coin. I got a coin. Let's go. Thank you, Harry. You got a coin.
Is at all.
Not really. Only thing I've heard about it was people being like, "Why is Helena Troy not white?" Or at least not like, like brown but not black. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've heard about it was that. But otherwise, I haven't heard squat about it. Oh, and Elliot Page. Those are the two things that I've heard about. Otherwise, nothing.
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, I just
don't care either. I just don't care.
Universal released the official countdown trailer for the Odyssey ahead of its July 17th opening, and the audience response is one-sided in the wrong direction. Now, this was written a while ago. They said the trailer sits at 55,000 dislikes. It is up to 154,000 now.
So you're talking like
ratio.
what, 3-to-1 is basically what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's not good. It's gotten so much worse. They said 62% negative. It's like 75% negative now. For a Nolan trailer on the studio's own channel weeks before release, that's not noise. That's a ratio.
But he put it on his own channel.
No, that was on the official for Christopher Nolan. Basically, everything Nolan does, for the most part, people are super excited about. And I think in this case, they're just assuming that it's a Nolan movie and people are going to go regardless because it's a Nolan movie.
Yeah, but last time, Iger assumed that if you just put Star Wars on it, people are going to show up. We know how that went.
Oh my God, where is this coming from?
So yeah, update 7 a.m. since.
Harry, save your money, hon. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Published time, the dislikes have doubled to 106,000. Now they're 145.
Thank you, Sil.
The Odyssey casting backlash hasn't faded. Zendaya as Athena, Lupita Nyong'o both playing both Helen of Troy and Clemestra. It's been a long time since I've read the Odyssey. I can't pronounce Greek names. Elliot Page is going to be Sinon instead of Achilles, but Elliot Page is still in it, and they tried to say, well, that wasn't going to happen. The casting has drawn criticism from multiple directions, including Greeks calling out the production over representation, with the debate over the heritage of Nolan's entire cast becoming.
It doesn't matter, because don't you know this? It doesn't matter, even if it's your own culture, and it comes from you. It doesn't matter representation. Only representation matters for are LGBTQ people and people who are darker skin. Those are the only ones that representation, and only one ethnicity in particular. Those are the only ones that representation matters for. It doesn't. You can literally be your own history for your culture, and they can change it, but you can't say anything because it only matters for certain people.
So they're saying this one, the interest is dying on it. I keep forgetting it's even coming out until they have like the big horse popcorn bucket. I was like, oh boy, a giant horse popcorn bucket. That'd actually be pretty cool.
I was joking. That's what they're keeping Supergirl's audience.
Oh my God.
I was like, if they're already at the movie theaters and they've been at the movie theaters, that's where the superhero or Supergirl audience is hiding.
Yeah, I would get one, put some action figures in it.
Idea.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's big.
It's just hung like a horse. It's a big horse. So this is what's weird about this one too, and we didn't cover this before, but I guess we'll talk about it now since we're talking about it. They're not showing this one to influencers ahead of release.
Yes, and we were going to do that video. We never did it. I thought that was interesting because now they're saying media is going to see it. Like the media, those
vetted critics.
The ones who give them good reviews, because they know they'll give them good reviews. Basically,
yeah. So I wonder if they're like, oh shit, we've shown movies to influencers, and the word of mouth has not been good with these people. They're too damn honest, and it's tanked movies like Supergirl. Yeah, but then some people, I mean, for the longest time, if you played the influencer game, which we did, we were a part of it, and we've talked about this before, we were on Disney's approved media. It's just unspoken that you will say nice things to get free shit. And if you step out of line, you will no longer get free shit. You will not be called.
Yes, you will not be banished as an influencer. If you say what we do not like, we will banish you, and you will never be seen again. And if you try to snivel and grovel your way to us, I like praise, but it's not good enough. Pats on the head is much best.
Be called to movie premieres, even if you give lukewarm praise to something, which I did once, and that pretty much ended our, like, oh my God, you gave it a B. How could you give it a B? That's almost an F.
You gave it a B, almost an F, you piece of shit.
Okay, that's it. We're not calling you, because the purpose of the influencer from the studio's perspective is cheap or free advertising.
Yes. Forever. Yes, the whole point is to suck them off as much as possible. And then even when you are being honest, you still gotta suck them off. And if you don't do it just right, oh God, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Yeah, they just give you free shit that doesn't cost them it. Like with Disney, oh, we can bring you into the parks. Like you have to get yourself here, but giving you a room and tickets doesn't really cost us anything. And we might actually make a lot more money off of you guys going out there and telling your audience how great everything is.
Yeah,
That's their thought process. So if they're like, well, these people could actually tank our movie, we're not going to bring them in. They might be too honest.
Honesty's bad.
Can't have that. So
and the irony in this is they don't even have to be honest. You guys just suck, right? If you suck, I don't have to say anything. You'll do the work for me. That's the irony in that these people don't realize. It don't matter how bad of a review I give your movie. The audience ain't stupid. They have now wised up to your bullshit. Now all I have to do is sit and watch. That you saw, Mikey. Pay attention.
yeah, they weren't actually. I mean, that's not. I don't think that's a good sign because that tells me you're afraid of people's opinions on the movie. That tells me that's a vote of no confidence in the movie.
That does sound like that, yes.
And I'm not saying the movie's going to be bad. I'm just saying I think everybody's just overestimating Nolan's box office power at this point. Now, I'm not saying the movie's going to bomb at all. I'm not saying that. I mean, people will go see a Nolan movie just because it's a Nolan movie, but I forgot he did have.
I just don't know if it's going to do well. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I just don't hear enough people interested in it.
Yeah,
maybe I'm missing it somehow. Maybe like they are, and I'm just not seeing it, which is also very.
Mikey, how hurt are you? Oh, that inside joke is insane. If you guys know, you know.
Possible if I'm being fair.
If you know, you know. If you know the joke, you know the joke. If you don't, you're gonna be lost. How hurt are you?
But I'm just not seeing the huge demand for this across the internet. But maybe I'm missing something.
I'm not interested
I've been
in
wrong
it.
before, so who knows?
Like I said, I like up. There we go.
Damn, for free.
Anne Hathaway. So all the
never
Nolan
suck off for
regulars.
free.
Anne Hathaway's in it. There's Elliot Page. Okay.
Never
You're like,
suck off.
okay, and
I don't care one or the other. I'm gonna be now where I had a problem with Elliot Page was basically ruining the
You
Umbrella
had head of
Academy,
bread if
and
you
that was
suck.
I remember the
God,
director or
this is gonna
showrunner
be
of Umbrella Academy got in trouble because when Page decided to transition, Page demanded that they
Survival of
rewrite the
the
character
hardest.
as male, and the showrunner was like, "Are you effing kidding me? Like we got to like what?" It's like we had a story planned and now we got changed. So that was kind of annoying because like yes, then we had to insert this into the show for no other reason than Page wanted to transition. I'm like, or you could act. You could act and put a wig on and
like other
play the
people
character
do,
you're hired to play.
Well, that's just insulting because that you're because they don't that just like rubbing salt into their wounds.
No, not if you were hired. I mean, I wondered how they were going to handle that, and I thought either they'd write the character out, recast the character, or I'm like, well, Paige will just take the paycheck and just throw a wig on and called it. No, they rewrote the entire character just to accommodate. I'm like that.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was beyond stupid. If he's talking about the Umbrella Academy situation where what's his face changed and all that shit, and then they changed the story just for the comedy, that's some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Remember, they was not making the story based on like with thinking it through. You gotta lock him for free. You suck it for free. Jesus Christ. But like the thing is like what sucks is when they did Umbrella Academy, they was not. I think he's talking about Umbrella Academy, so I was not paying attention. Like it's fucking annoying. Survival of the hardest, my bro.
And the director was not happy, and I remember the showrunner, he got called out because they had his text messages.
How
and he's
dare
like,
they? The thing is, how dare you? It's like that was a fair thing. We already had a plan. It literally hurts everyone involved in the show to change things to accommodate one person.
Yes, and I would and then they had to have a very awkward like after school special moment about it, like now we're gonna have a conversation about me transitioning. I was like, oh my god, or you could just get on with the show. It's like whatever. Right. Like I don't care. I guess my thing is like I don't care what you do in your personal life, doesn't matter. But to demand that the show be rewritten and honestly, I would extend that to even people like Casey.
Can we stop saying that stupid shit now? how we keep saying we don't care what you do in your personal life, because when you say this now, it doesn't seem like it works anymore. Can we stop saying that stupid shit? Because saying that doesn't seem like it accommodates the problem at all. I'm starting to come to that conclusion. Whenever you tell people of the certain flag, you tell them, "Oh, it's because you probably care that I'm this orientation." I'm like, I don't give a fuck about who you fuck, or what you do in the bedroom. Whenever you say this shit, it just gets nerfed completely, and they just ignore that entire segment, and then they just say, "No, you just hate me because I'm that particular flag wielder." I was like, oh my god, you can't. You just can't.
Kasem. I love Casey Kasem. I do. R.I.P. But he was kind of a dick when it came to Shaggy toward the end, and they actually hired a couple different voice actors to voice Shaggy. He wouldn't do Shaggy because he demanded that Shaggy be vegan because he was a vegan. And I'm like, this is a cartoon character eating cartoon food. It's like, what is the problem? But anyway, I digress. Anyway, The Odyssey by Homer Simpson, one of the top comments. I think that's great. Gotta be a humiliation ritual for Nolan. The face that emptied 1,000 seats.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That's not okay.
Presenting the new Spider-Man, Daddy's Not Home. I'm surprised they forgot the rap music.
Yeah, that's really
Leaving the comments on was a bold choice. Yeah. Audience score 0, critics score 88%. That's probably what's going to happen. The critics are going to be like, "Oh my god, this is the best movie ever, guys," and the audience is going to be like, "We hate it, thanks." I think it's still going to do well. I'm going to be honest here. I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm going by what I've heard people talking about it, there's not enough interest in that I've seen for me to think it's going to do well. But
I don't think it's going to do well. I don't think it's going to do well. If anything, this is going to be probably the lowest grossing movie for Christopher Nolan, but I don't think it's going to do well. It will make money, but I don't think it's going to do well.
It's not my kind of movie, so to be fair, I honestly don't have a grasp of it other people would have.
Yeah, they're talking about how they're saying dad and daddy in the trailer, and it's like,
getting enough meat?
I thought they were going to just Hamilton this shit. It's, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it is interesting to see the ratio, and we're not that far out. We're only a couple weeks out, and this is supposed to be the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. That seems like an awful lot of people who aren't interested. And if you have all these people that are lined up to be interested in it, that are so excited about it, you would think there'd be a lot more.
If fucking Supergirl bombed, this fucker has no chance. I'm telling you.
You would think. But we shall see. Tenet was a huge failure for him too. I forgot about that one because I said in another video, I said I don't think Nolan's ever had a flop. So like, I don't know how I think this one's gonna do. But people said, oh no, Tenet was a huge flop.
Tenet was fucking confusing. It was such a confusing ass movie. If someone can explain to me how the rules of Tenet worked, I will be happy to tell me, because when I watched that movie, oh my god, I haven't felt so confused over something so anime, so insane, so cool at the same time. It was such a reverse curse technique is much easier to understand compared to like Tenet the movie. Like, I still don't know how that made any sense with the reverse of time. You're going forward, but the time is going reverse at the same time. You can shoot the bullet, but you can reverse back the bullet if you want, type shit. And not you can curve the bullet like in what do you call it? I forgot that movie. But like with oh my god, I forgot that movie with the curving the bullet. You know what I'm talking about. But like, nah, that movie about things going in reverse, and you can kind of fight in reverse and then not fight in reverse, and then things break and then they go back together. That shit was fucking... You had to be high as hell to watch that movie and still not understand what the fuck was going on. Like, I haven't seen something so insane in my entire life of a concept. And when they tried to explain it in said movie, you was even more confused than what you was seeing. So you tell me, for those who saw the movie Tenet, T-E-N-T, Tenet, tell me the literal concept of that movie, of how the rules worked within that supernatural nonsense. Does such a movie exist? Yes, but like it was such a confusing thing. If you go see that movie Tenet, T-E-N-T, Tenet by Christopher Nolan, it. Don't get me wrong, it had great artwork when the movie came out. When the movie came out, a bunch of anime artists did a bunch of art around the movie because it was such an anime like concept of a movie. It was not from an anime, but it was from Christopher Nolan. But like a lot of people saw it as like a concept within an anime, right? And they did a lot of artwork around it when it came out. But like the movie it was so confusing. I have never watched something so confusing. I was so confused. I don't even think me and the girlfriend finished it at the time we watched it. Like it just fucking the fact that most people returned their tickets to Supergirl because she wasn't in a slutty outfit. No, has nothing to do with no. It has nothing to do with no outfit. The movie was just horrible. Like it was just horrible. It was just boring. It was just boring. Fuck the outfit. Actually, there was a bitch who dressed up as Supergirl in the actual outfit you're talking about, and she said if the movie is as good as like the outfit I'm wearing, then I'm good. She said she came out. She said that movie was fucking terrible. It had nothing to do with the outfit. If anything, that was the last of the problem. And to be honest, that bitch is ugly anyway. I'm sorry, the bitch who wears the Supergirl outfit is ugly anyway. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She kind of looks like Sid, or that dude that looks like Sid. Malcock, what's her name? Emily Al Malcock or some shit. I think that's her name. Oh. So with that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. If you guys enjoyed this and all that great stuff, I hope you guys, give this a like, a follow. If you, I don't know, agree with what I said or not, do you think I was being over obtuse? Do you think I was being, like, I took a line before I watched this I watched this reaction? So that said, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters. Alright, let me see. Yeah, Alcock, I think her name is. If people were mostly gonna watch it because they want something to be... No, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with how she looked. It was just like watching the Marvels. It's the irony when people say things like that is like, more men went to go see that movie than females. Less females went to see that movie than males. It was actually proven that more males went to go watch that movie. Actually, more white men went to see the Marvels than any other race of man, and less women went to go see that movie than any other race of man. The Marvels specifically. Now, if we're going to Supergirl, less girls went to see the movie, more men went to go see that movie. Actually, more white men went to go see that movie than any other race of man. The irony in this. And the funny thing about that is they even told men she's not going to be in a slutty outfit, this, that, and the third. They all said the same things, and they still want to go see the movie, and the movie still dropped. That proves that women do not support other women in the bullshit that they say. And given that they claim that there's more women on this planet than men, tells you everything. It's just like when women say, why is the women's sports not making as much money as men? Because you bitches don't watch it. Off rip. That's it. You bitches don't watch it. You bitches know about women who fucked athletes than women who play the athlete sport. It's a fact. It is straight up a fact. More women know about women who have married and or dated and or fucked a dude who has in a sports setting, or a rapper or some type of performer, than they knowing the actual women who does the sports themselves. Let me see. I heard a lot of guys return their tickets because their outfit didn't understand. That has nothing to do with no outfit. Those are just no. Let me see. I can't kid my thing. Okay. Now I disagree with everything you said. I'm gonna fight you. Me outside. Let's go. Pause the stream. That means they had no facts. No facts. Where's your numbers, love? Where's your numbers? Straight up. That's the sad thing. It has nothing to do with no fucking outfit. We already saw the outfit before it came out on the trailer. So any dude who went to... You see, that's where that logic goes out the window. If you saw the trailer, you already saw her in her outfit. And she wears a stupid coat. I don't know why they think that was cute. And anything James Gunn made is pretty much just Guardians of the Galaxy. Anything that was made from James Gunn when he was younger was something to watch. Now it's just kind of to expect, and then now it's just like a cheaper version of what he used to do, with the panel around the shots of the characters doing a lot of cool things at once, or playing some stupid 80s like music that might play, or his playlist bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And something about piss. He likes mentioning piss in a lot of his movies. I don't know why. It's very weird. This man is obsessed with pee. It's kind of weird. Say it, fist, teach. Come on. Uh, she wants to fight me. You want to fight me over a movie? For a girl who's not even pretty? I ain't dying for no girl ain't pretty. The fuck? I ain't dying for no bitch ain't mine. No way. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So we got another video here.
This character is current.
Let me see. So I have a video here. It's from I Don't Know Nothing. He has 600 subscribers, and this video is called We Should Have Seen This Coming. And this is about the Blade movie. And I told you, I'm pretty sure he's gonna. I Don't Know Nothing. That's what's his name. I'm gonna call him I Don't Know. IDK. IDK is probably gonna say the same things I said. That the Blade movie is not gonna be about Blade. You're gonna see Blade about at the far end of the movie, and everything's about his stupid daughter and her dumbass friends. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna be mentioned. So I'm gonna play this for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So let's see. All right, I got up. Let's see. That's I Don't Know. He says, I don't know nothing. He has 600 subscribers. He's going to say, we should have saw this coming with the Blade movie. So let's see.
First, I swear the character of Blade has some juju that just never wants to see the light of day. Because here is the scoop. So, Microsoft is considering canceling Marvel's Blade game and potentially shutting down or selling Arcane Lion, the studio making the game. So it's not confirmed. They're toying with the idea a bit. And the reason why is that the game has gone over budget, is being delayed to 2027, and Microsoft is reviewing all the projects they have that aren't making them money. So it's not just Blade. There are other games that are on the chopping block. But to answer more as to why this is happening, well, Ashish Sharma, the CEO of Xbox, has continuously said that Xbox has not been making money for Microsoft, and they have been spending more money than they are making. For example, they have spent $20 billion on exclusive Xbox content, and there is about a 3% profit margin. In other words, Xbox is becoming way too expensive for Microsoft. And it sucks because some of these games are critically acclaimed, and the studios can't continue that prestige, but in the end, it doesn't matter how good your game is. If it doesn't make money, then that's not funny. But anyways, my take on this, I really hope that Blade can be saved, obviously because I'm a Marvel fan, but also because gaming producers who have seen the game have been giving it praise. But at the same time...
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm sorry. This is not about the movie. This is about the video game. My bad.
If Xbox is moving away from
the Blade video game. Sorry, I said that wrong.
From these smaller games that are becoming far too costly to make to the point where they are going over budget, maybe this means Xbox is putting more money into bigger games like Halo, Fallout, or Call of Duty. But it also means Xbox won't be making critically acclaimed games anymore and just...
So that means... So what they're doing is they're pulling a death spiral on their shit. So like what's going to happen is if games are taking too long to produce because they're doing an over budget where it's going to take 5 to 6 or even to a near decade to just get one game out the door or two or even 3, then it's going to get to a point where they're just going to put all their resources in the thing that they really think that works. But the problem with that well is that after a while being into that well too much, it's going to dry out because people are like, oh, more Halo. You guys just got Halo. Oh my God, Halo. Again with more Halo. Oh my God. Fuck me. That's what's gonna eventually happen. After too much familiarity with that thing too much, it's gonna die off. It's just gonna die off. It doesn't matter how much you like the game. Like people are gonna get kind of bored with something. It's that saying, either die early to be the hero or live long enough to become the villain. And they choose to be a villain. So instead of being the hero and taking risks and putting like, you know, valuable IPs or something that of something's different or reimaginings or anything like that, nah, they rather just go with what already works. And the problem with that is that's very limited. So, you know, like Gears of War, Halo, and then what's another? I think Marathon or Destiny, but Destiny's gone, I think. But so I don't think Destiny's gonna be coming around anymore. So what can we do? Now I'm fighting for the game. Yeah, I came to Blade movie that makes it be perfect sense. Oh, the game. Yeah, I forgot they was making a game. My bad. So that's why he said Microsoft's like, wait, what do you mean Microsoft has owner of Blade? I was like, oh wait, he's talking about the game. Because it was like, you know how there was supposed to be a Black Panther video game? I don't know if that canceled or not. I think that got canceled. Now there's a Blade video game, but I don't know. Because you know how Insomniac is doing Wolverine? I guess somehow Microsoft got a hold of Blade, which is weird. I don't know how that's possible, but it is what it is.
Just be making games of what's popular. But yeah, I thought Xbox's future was very clear, but now it's becoming more complicated than organic chemistry.
Oh, so that's the end of that. So that's pretty much what IDK said. So what you guys, do you agree? Do you think Microsoft is cooked since they're not going to be putting too much stake into new stuff? Hey, you know what's great about this? The more that the AAA space does not put no real innovation in anything, and they just kind of use the same 3-4 IPs that they have left, this is a great opportunity for those who are indie, developers to really push them out of the way and take that space. Being an indie developer is probably the best thing right now than trying to work for AAA or trying to get a AAA publisher. Do your own damn thing. Figure out your own marketing. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be a lot more rewarding when you didn't need no punk ass publisher, or you made a very unique game. You know what I'm saying? With a small team or just you, depending. So it is what it is. So I think that's a good thing in the long run. So like, try, share, follow, and comment. Do you guys agree with my with my comments and my commentary here? If not, then tell me why. Do I suck? Does my comment sucks? Do I just suck in general? Do you hate my voice? I do. So it is what it is. I might read your comment and then put something snarky, but it is what it is. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, try, share, follow, and comment. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. All right, so we have a trailer here. It's only 28 seconds. I don't know if we're going to make this. I don't think I'm going to make this into a video, but this is 28 seconds. This is called Star Wars Visions, The Ninth Jedi. So what's great about this is a trailer for Star Wars, The Visions, and I think that did pretty well. I think they had 2 seasons of that. I think this is going to be a 3rd season of this. So if you ever seen Star Wars Visions, this might be more for you. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, the anime does very well with the Star Wars concept. So if you're a big anime fan and you like Star Wars, this is for you. But if you like Star Wars in general, this is for you. If you love anime, this is for you. So it is what it is. So it's a mix of between 2 things. Besides, Star Wars is just samurai, space samurais anyway. It is what it is. That's pretty much what Star Wars is overall. If you take away the lightsabers, it's just Star Trek. Anyway, let's jump into it and see where this takes us. All right, so let's go.
Trust in the Force. And listen to your heart.
Wait, you made a trailer to tell us there's a trailer tomorrow? I'm fucking pissed. Who does that? You made a trailer to tell me about a trailer tomorrow? I really hope that's not what that is. That better be just a stupid name or some weird branding. That better not be telling me this is a trailer to tell me there's a trailer tomorrow. That is fucking dumb. Oh my god. We made a trailer for the movie so you can see the movie tomorrow for the movie. What the fuck? Yeah, double packaging. A trailer for a trailer. That is dumb. Who did this? My god. You guys could have put a tweet out. You couldn't put a tweet, there's a trailer on your Twitter or some shit coming out tomorrow? You couldn't do that? Or you couldn't schedule the trailer like how Edge Runners did? They scheduled their trailer for everyone to see as a premiere. You didn't do that? Are you dumb? Dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Oh my god. Coming soon to the concept of an idea, right? Oh my god, that was dumb. I don't know if I'm going to make this into a video, even a short one. That's dumb. All right. So with that said, like, subscribe, share, comment. Are you going to see the trailer tomorrow? Because we saw the trailer for the trailer. So if you guys feel kind of happy about that, if any of you are, which is going to be funny as if you did, it is what it is. That is dumb. That is so stupid. Don't do this. Don't do that. God, that was dumb. Anyway.
As of the recording of
Okay, we're on to the next video. This one is a little more of a serious topic based on the whole gaming space. Now, we've been hearing the craziness about Sony and the PlayStation problem where it says, this is from Yang Ye. I'm not a big fan of Yang Ye, but this is just for news purposes. Sometimes I think Yang Ye can be a bit of a shill for certain companies or a bit of a simp for certain companies, but it is what it is. But we're just taking this as what it is for the news for right now. So this is from Yang Ye, and it says Sony PlayStation faces mass rebellion and vicious mockery after killing physical discs. So we all hear about the whole disc thing. So we're going to get into more in depth for those who don't know. So this is what it's about.
this video, it's been about 24 hours since Sony and PlayStation announced that production of physical discs would be ending in January of 2028, and that any games released thereafter would be fully digital. Sony is straight up killing physical media, and I suspect that the rest of gaming will follow suit. And this is something that...
Remember back in the E3 era, when E3 was even E3 at all? Remember when Microsoft tried to pull this bullshit, the always digital online DRM nonsense, and then you couldn't trade your game? You had to do some nonsense to just share a game with your friend on a physical matter. Remember that? Remember that? And then Sony made a 1-minute trailer on how to share your games. And they literally just said, hey, you want to share my game? Yeah. And they just gave it to each other. Nice. Remember that? Remember when they was kind of based for doing that against Microsoft? Now they're the supervillain. You see what happens? Either you die early enough to be the hero, or you live long enough to be the fucking villain. Guess who became the villain? How the fuck are we getting ads for trailers for... I don't know. And this economy is crazy. And this economy is crazy. Here you go. Yeah, right? That was literally the trailer. That was the E3 trailer of that year. That killed Microsoft. Microsoft was quiet after that. That shit. And I'm not a Microsoft or a Sony fanboy, but the fact that that happened, that was funny as shit. That was funny as shit. Now they're the villains.
That has a lot of implications. I mean, starting with the fact that Sony recently deleted a bunch of movies, over 550 movies, from purchasers' libraries. And this is not streaming. These are like purchase products that they've decided they are stripping from players' libraries because of license expiration. Just a reminder that when it comes to digital products, you own absolutely nothing. And amidst all that, they also announced recently, alongside the eradication of physical media, the shutdown of the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores, while they say right here that players will still be able to download previously purchased content. This is to ease the transition, indicating that there's a transition period and eventually you will not be able to download previously purchased content. All of that digital content that you purchased will be eradicated. And amidst all this,
no one's gonna buy that fucking console because most people's internet is ass. It's called for what it is. Say the Gears of War fan. Say the Gears of War fan. Says the Gears of War fan. Hey, wait a minute. I love Gears of War, but I ain't no fan of Microsoft. Let me see. How the fuck are we getting at? Okay, I read that.
There is a storage cost crisis going on right now thanks to AI. And with physical media dying, it means that storage is more important than ever, except storage is also more expensive than ever. Alongside that, there are concerns about backwards compatibility. People have huge collections of physical media that when PlayStation 6 comes around, it being an all-digital console, they won't be able to take their physical discs into the next generation.
Bro, if anyone buys a PlayStation 6 in the first place, most people couldn't get PS5, much less buy one these days. So like, what the fuck?
So that's also incredibly shitty. And then alongside that, a lot of people are bringing up the fact that Sony and PlayStation will have full control over the prices of their games. Something that physical media allows is reselling and in turn buying games for cheaper. That is something that will be eradicated. For example, Metal Gear Solid Delta. If you go to Amazon right now to buy the physical media, it's $25. But if you want to buy it on the PlayStation Store, you better be ready to shell out $70. And tweets like
Oh,
these
oh god, you better eat me from the back. The game better eat. Oh my god, the game better suck me off. Straight up. Does the AI like become into an anime chick and suck me off like in some way? There's no way. I am not going to do that. I'm not going to buy a game for $70. It's not GTA 6. This is not GTA 6. This is not GTA 6. We're talking about Metal Gear. Yes, Metal Gear is goated, don't get me wrong. But it's not GTA 6. It's just not. What do you mean by that, Drewski? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Oh shit.
are going viral. I mean, millions of views and hundreds of thousands of likes. And yeah, we're going to be looking at a lot of viral.
Yes, it does. It even has leaderboards for duration. Yo, if it did, oh my god.
Tweets and posts and all of the mass rebellion that is currently erupting against Sony and PlayStation on a level that is unprecedented. I haven't seen backlash like this in a very, very long time. But another example is the fact that Sony is currently charging first-party game God of War Ragnarok $70 digitally. And guess what? If you go to Walmart, it's $32. If you buy secondhand physically, it's significantly cheaper. That aspect of the gaming market completely eradicated. And the thing about this direction with gaming is that it is kind of unique. While, yes, the music industry, film industry, and print industry have shifted digitally, they still offer the option of buying CDs and vinyls. They still offer the option of...
Which is weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it's not weird, but it's weird. It's weird, but it's not weird. I don't know, it's a weird thing when it comes to the music industry. Or like a movie. It's a weird one for me. Because it's like, I don't know, I think movies or music that is like transitioned to like all digital, I think it's a little more accepted compared to a game. Because a movie is just an hour, most cases, and a song is like 3 minutes. If you have an album, that's probably like 30 minutes worth of songs, but like, there's not much you can do with it, right? Compared to like a game that you can mod, you can play, you can, I don't know, find glitches, you can do shit with. There's a little bit more proactivity with a game compared to that of like a song. There's so much you can do with a song, right? You can run it through an AI and make it say stupid shit, but that's as far as it's gonna go, right? So like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think there's a difference between gaming and like movies and CDs? Because I think there's a bit of a difference. I don't think like I'm more accepting of like movies and music being more digital compared to gaming. Like I get the vinyl thing, whatever, but like I don't know. I just feel like those particular sets of media is more accepted to be digital because there's so much you can do with a movie, right? And there's so much you can do with music. There's not really much you can do with it. Unlike a game, you can mod it, you can find glitches, you can, I don't know, get DLC for it. You don't really get DLC for music, especially for songs that already exist. That don't exist. You can remix a song, but either you can do it or hopefully someone make a good one. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that
buying DVD, Blu-ray, so on and so forth. The print industry, they still print paperback or hardback copies, but where the video games industry is headed isn't. We're mainly doing digital, but physical will still be an option for those who enjoy that. We will not be doing physical at all. And the virality of all of this
DLC for movies. Imagine that was a thing. Holy shit, imagine that. I could, you know what? Anything's possible these days.
Cannot be understated. In just 24 hours, the PlayStation Post signaling the end of physical media has garnered a whopping 88.5 million views. And the replies here are garnering millions of views and tens of thousands of likes, talking about the death of ownership and the death of preservation, discoverability, and killing publishers and developers. And then we got posts like, I mean, this one right here, stop selling digital games for the same price as physical ones, also garnering incredible virality here. And you've got Domino's Pizza chiming in. We'll get to that in a bit because that's also gone incredibly viral. But yeah, the rebellion is full on. People telling Sony to essentially go fuck themselves, highlighting the massive library of physical media that people have purchased that, you know, they may not be able to carry on to the next generation, and just the very death of that kind of collection. And there's every indication that Xbox is set to follow soon, with Jess from Mundo Central highlighting.
It has come back to haunt them. It has come back to haunt them. Don't expect Xbox Helix to have a disc drive either, by the way.
That Xbox Helix will also not likely have a disc drive.
That legendary video has come back to haunt them.
Though apparently Xbox is working on a method to have a disc to digital feature where you can digitize a physical game collection, but that is ultimately like a band-aid to an issue that
Wait, so what? I take a wait, whoa. So I buy the game digitally. If I want to keep said game, I have to rip it on a CD. Yeah, I don't hear that. I don't see that not being cost effective for me. I feel like as soon as that happens, like I buy the game for $70, and I like said game so much to the point that I want to keep it for myself. I have to either probably pay Microsoft, probably maybe the same price as I bought the game just to rip it on the fucking CD. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I have no, you want the good ending for the Titanic, pay $3.99 for the Rose-less Jack on the floating door too. $3.99 for the good ending. Oh my god. We have actually want the wrong timeline. We're on the wrong timeline.
In the long term, will have ramifications that will be, forever lasting. This is just a patch to something that is ultimately headed towards the direction we don't want. The only platform right now that is still supporting physical media is the Nintendo Switch 2. Though any game released via game key cards, it might as well be as good as digital, though there is proper physical media on the Nintendo Switch 2 for many games, especially where first-party games are involved. Those games, all of that data tends to be housed in the cartridge, where many years down the line, when services shut down, as long as you have the cartridge, you can still play those games. But this feels like ultimately a transition period. It feels like in the next generation of consoles, Nintendo may very well forego physical media as well. Hard to say for sure. And PC has been all digital for a long time now, save for a select few exceptions, though you've got platforms like GOG that are DRM free. So even if it is all digital, when you do purchase something from GOG and you download the installer, that installer is something that doesn't require an online connection and something you get to keep forever as if it were physical media. So that's a good compromise there. But, Steam doesn't have that. Though at the very least, PC is an open platform and you can still crack games. You can still emulate stuff. PC, because of its open nature, does allow for preservation, albeit in less official ways. But yeah, the concerns surrounding the future that PlayStation just opened the floodgates towards, they're extremely warranted. And the rebellion is incredibly swift and incredibly vicious. Even this video right here from back in 2013, where PlayStation dogged on Xbox because of the way they were handling physical media. And, in this video where they reinforce the advantages of physical media, you're seeing comments pop up saying this is how you own yourself 13 years later. People are dogging on this video all these years after because of the sheer hypocrisy of Sony releasing a video like this and then not adhering to the very ideals that they present here. You've got people going back to tweets like this from 2013 where PlayStation is all about supporting used games and PS4 game discs, only for them to completely renege on that in 2026. And so you've got comments coming in saying, shame, shame, shame. What the fuck happened to you? Fast forward to 2026, so on and so forth. And I mean, this is such a major topic of conversation that, of course, there's already a topic on Twitter, and the top comments are vicious and loud and viral. And this is easily the most talked about topic on Twitter right now. I mean, look at the trend here.
It says, in response to trends in the gaming industry, as of 1st of April 2027, Domino's UK will increase production of physical pizzas and shift to the production of digital pizzas only. Okay, consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and use the power of the imagination and enjoy them in an entirely virtual virtual set. Okay, based. That's based. Holy shit, that's kind of cool.
5 million posts surrounding Sony ending physical game discs for PlayStation titles from 2028 as of the recording of this video. And among the most viral posts and among the most viral mockeries of PlayStation comes from frickin' Domino's Pizza UK.
It's not even Pizza Hut. Because remember those who grew up, I don't know if Domino's did this, but I know Pizza Hut did. Remember when Pizza Hut was like the thing in the early 90s, mid to late 90s, where if you ordered a pizza, you can get a video game or you get a demo to a game or some shit like that. Do you guys remember that? You get the CD and it'll be like kind of taped to the fucking... Yeah, okay. I'm that crazy, right? It's funny how Domino's said this. What the fuck? That is crazy. Okay, in fact, that anyone works for Sony has to pay more. Right? Bro, it's going to get to a point, we're going to live in an economy where you have to pay for your interviews. It's going to get to that point. It's going to get to a point where you have to pay a fee for an interview to get a job. I see that coming in like 5 to 10 years now. Maybe in 10 years. Pizza Hut, Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk, and FF8. Yep. Yeah, I expected that. Yep. That was the days. You got good pizza and a new video game. God, that was beautiful. That was how you market your shit. Oh, man.
They quote tweeted PlayStation and said, makes about as much sense as us changing to digital pizza.
Apparently living off the grid has police come after us. Yes. Well, yeah, I heard that. You can't live off the grid like that as you used to. Because they'd be kind of like want to watch you or some shit. They want to keep tabs on people.
It says garnering millions of views and hundreds of thousands of likes. But even more viral is this post right here where they made an official statement, a mock statement that reads, in response to trends in the gaming industry, as of April 1st, 2027, Domino's UK will cease production of physical pizzas and shift to production of digital pizzas only. Consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and, using the power of the imagination, enjoy them in an entirely virtual sense. This is garnered, 7.6 million views and hundreds of thousands of likes. But yeah, it's the excuses that Sony uses for this that are especially insulting. Them talking about driving innovation and how players can access games and provide choices when this is a regression of innovation and it's providing less choices for consumers, and them talking about adapting to consumer trends. And yeah, it is true that most purchases these days on video game platforms happen digitally, but there's still a significant number of people who still value physical discs, and at the very least, that should be some kind of option. The complete removal of that option is where the issue lies. Even KFC is getting in on this, saying, breaking news, KFC will stop offering its physical format starting today. Its products can
Now it's just all of them are just doing it now. They're just shitting on them.
only
Oh
be
my
consumed through its app in fake PNG format. Also, millions of views and hundreds of thousands of likes. And you'll see across all of social media that a lot of not only like fast food companies, but a lot of companies around the globe are kind of getting in on this trend because they know
Holy shit.
that it's free marketing and they can dog on PlayStation and they can win points. But I say let this be a viral trend because
Imagine like 5 years from now, that same company wants to work with PlayStation because they have the same audience, and then PlayStation gonna look at them like, weren't you the bitch who made a very crazy tweet on that trend against me? I don't think so, bitch.
it might just be enough of a marketing liability for Sony and PlayStation, enough of a PR liability that maybe they'll be forced to change their stance. They have done so before when backlash got harsh enough, and hopefully this will inspire that. Obviously, only time will tell. But beyond companies outside of gaming like fast food chains and many others, you've got actual entities in the gaming space like Gamester here, a company
I did work for them. Let's see what they say.
that's all about gaming peripherals, releasing a statement saying Gamester will cease production of physical copies of controllers and shift to digital controllers. Also getting in on.
Well, at least you know you're definitely not getting no stick drift. Like their remotes are good. I use their remotes. No stick drift so far. As far as I see it, they have no stick drift. I have done. You guys see me do the commercials for them. I've done work for them before. So if they go fully digital, you guarantee there's no stick drift on that bitch.
On the mockery, but also you've got more serious statements from actual development studios like Eternum Game Studios, who put out the following official statement that also went viral and that got a lot of support from people who respect and value physical media. They said, in light of recent events in the industry, we at Eternum Game Studios want to send a clear message. Our support for store distributors and collectors is and always will be absolute. We cannot conceive this medium without you. The physical format is not just a disc, it is preservation, culture, and the very soul of video games. As an indie studio, the digital landscape has always been our logistical haven. However, the announcement has deeply moved us, and we refuse to stand idly by. So they promised to release all of their games physically before the 2028 deadline. But the fact that there is a deadline at all means that this is something that we cannot fight against unless Sony changes their minds. And so the only way to fight is to dog on Sony until they change their minds, to be so vocal that Sony cannot just turn a blind eye and a deaf ear. You've also got companies like Gamefly who are renters of video games and movies.
Bro, we need to cancel them like we did the Sonic movie. That is a vicious way of getting a company to bend the knee. Like, I don't believe in cancellations, but like this is one of them where it doesn't make no sense because most people don't have good internet to even play digital games at all, much less afford them because they're like $70 alone. Actually, games that are gonna be $70 will push people to play Fortnite off rip. Play the Genshin Impacts. Think about it. Why would I play a game that costs me $70 when I can play a game for free and just grind that bitch? I believe in boycotting. Yes, this is one of those moments where boycotting is needed. Like, think about that to yourself. Why would I play a game that costs me $70, or especially a mediocre one or a new one, when I can just play Fortnite? It has Digital Circus, it has the Narutos, it has the Dekus, it has the Gokus. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, One Piece will be on that bitch eventually. It's kind of weird as it has not. You know what I'm saying? I can play as the Ninja Turtles. The fuck? Why the fuck would I play any other game when I can play mostly... Like, any game that's popular will just be on Fortnite eventually. And that shit's free. I can play as Tracer. Think about it. Why the fuck would I even play your game? I'll just pretend to play your game. I can play Legos. Why would I buy a Lego Batman game when I can play as Lego Batman in Fortnite? Or Lego Marvel characters. You know what I'm saying? It kind of defeats the purpose now. The game just has to be popular enough. I'll just wait. It'll be on Fortnite, and I'll play as that character in my favorite game anyway. I'll play Guitar Hero as Jax. if they still have that. I can race around as Batman. You know what I'm saying? I can do a battle royale as Superman. Shit, I can play as I don't know, fucking Will Smith's wife. And purposely lose. Because playing as her is a big loss. So, like, it is what it is.
Who came out with this statement: "We are disappointed in the news today about the future of PlayStation video games, and it's companies like GameFly and retailers in general that are most impacted by this move." And they say GameFly is run by people who believe physical products still matter. It is a belief that has been at the core of our company since day one. We are collectors and gamers and cinephiles just like you. We believe in the power of physical entertainment media. It's why we're committed to renting physical media, be it games or movies, until they pry the discs from our soft, moisturized hands. And you can see this is also a tweet.
That's a really specific thing to say. You can't say dead cold hands. You said soft moisturized. That is very specific.
It's garner a lot of support, views, interactions, so on and so forth.
And
and then we can move on to...
Bring my boy Captain Durag to the game! Bring my boy Captain Durag to the game! I want to dance on the graves and corpses of my enemies as Captain Durag telling my child to do her laundry. Jive turkey dance.
To the likes of Larian Studios, one of the developers there came out and talked about how heartbreaking the recent news is, especially because they pulled this right here. Larian released discs for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC that housed all of the data in them. The fact that they even went as far as doing a physical version for PC, that is actually unprecedented in this day and age.
What?
And yeah, they went all out
CD
because a
for
lot of physical
what?
media, even before this announcement, was kind of worthless because of the fact that they still required like an
I don't play Baldur's Gate. Still have no wanting to play that, but that is impressive.
online download in order for the discs to be functional. And with Larian, they made it so that that's not a thing. There's no DRMs. Like, you get 2 discs on PlayStation 5 so you can fully install the game on the console forevermore. Same with Xbox and with PC, same thing, completely DRM free. And now with PlayStation removing the option of physical media outright, and with Xbox likely following soon, such a thing will no longer be possible even if developers want to do it. The option, the choice, has been completely stripped and removed. You've also got companies like Bethesda and the Elder Scrolls team dogging on PlayStation with this promotion right here for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remastered for the Nintendo Switch.
I've been looking for you. Do you have it? By the 9. Excellent work. I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, exploring across Cyrodiil, you never know what physical treasures you might find, reads this tweet. And the thing about Oblivion Remastered is that it's not a game keycard. All of the data for the game and all of its DLC will be housed in a game card. And that means that that physical media is proper physical media.
If he does manage to get into Fortnite, I will play that game again. I'll play that game again. I will make it my mission to play the game, buy the skin and everything.
That allows access to that game for as long as you take care of your physical products, as it should be. So Bethesda's not had a lot of W's in the last few years, but this right
Captain Durag is the hero we need, but don't deserve.
Here is, in modern Bethesda terms, a rare Bethesda W, and it's something that is also going viral. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. Sony is the butt of the joke of the entire internet currently. Every company, every individual, every entity is taking pot shots at Sony and being vocal and expressing disdain against what Sony has done here, what Sony has kickstarted here, the floodgates that they've opened to a less bright future, to a bleaker future, to a more dystopian future where we, the consumers, get to have less control and less agency over our access to the products that we purchased, that we bought, not that we rented, that we bought. People are also spotlighting Hideo Kojima predicting the future yet again, because back in 2021, Hideo Kojima straight up said eventually even digital data will no longer be owned by individuals on their own initiative. Whenever there is a major change or accident in the world, in a country, in a government, in an idea, in a trend, access to it may suddenly be cut off. And yeah.
Oh, shit. And he did say this in his video game.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're headed. And this isn't some, like, crazy prediction. We all kind of felt this is where we were headed. But now, like, it being a reality, it being here, and now thinking about the prospect of what we'd lose if we let this future be normalized, that's why people are now getting...
I I'm only thinking the only way Young Ye is saying this is because this is socially and trendingly acceptable to dog on PlayStation. Because if this was like under like 100,000 type situation, he would not say god shit about anything.
Up in arms about it. The backlash has gotten so vicious against Sony and PlayStation that they've actually taken a social media timeout, as reports pushsquare.com here. Sony's usually posting something every single day on not only like Twitter, but also on YouTube, uploading things, posting things. And we have seen zero activity since this July 1st post right here, highlighting the death of physical media. You can see that above that, it's just a pinned post from June 2026. But other than that, Sony has gone radio silent because they know that any post that they make right now, any video that they upload, anything that they publish will be met with such backlash and scrutiny that it'll do more harm than good to post at this point. So they've gone radio silent. That's how badly this right here has negatively impacted them in terms of goodwill and the perception of the general public. If you are as outraged about all this as I think you should be, then continue being vocal, continue dogging on Sony and PlayStation, continue mocking them, continue.
Again, I think the only reason Yang Ye is even saying this is because it's socially trending and acceptable to dog Sony right now. But if this was like 100,000 type situation where it's just a small minority of people just making a big stank about something, he would not say jack shit.
You berating them and continue.
Again, he probably may not agree with it, but he's not gonna say jack shit. But since this is millions of people making this problem, and then a bunch of companies are jumping them from food industries to gaming industries and so on and so forth, it's only acceptable because he can say something about it because he knows it's socially acceptable under that scrutiny. Because if it was just him alone and it was just a few YouTubers saying something, he will be met with nothing but no access to anything.
Highlighting your disdain
Especially
towards
with
one of the
someone like
most
Sony.
anti-consumer things that a company can do, which is not just focus on digital media but at least have some physical media there, but entirely kill physical media, which is something that other mediums haven't done. Again, like you can still get physical media for music, for films, for for paper stuff, for print. There's still some avenue of physical media, even if it's the less popular option. At least the option is there. But with gaming, they're trying to take that option entirely away. And that is not right. That is not a future you want. That lack of choice, and in turn, the lack of preservation, the lack of ownership, the lack of agency, the lack of reselling ability, the lack of so many things that will get lost if physical media gets completely eradicated from gaming. It cannot be understated. So continue to call the shit out. We cannot let this stand. In the meantime, I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this in the comments below. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next
Young out. That's what he says. Young out.
time. Young out. That's what
that means. Anyway. Like, try, share, for comment. Do you guys believe what Sony is doing is right? Should this be scrutinized? Do you think that Sony is jumping the gun? Should this be something that progressively, becomes a thing? Or this should be outright and completely stopped? I think it should be completely stopped. I think there should be always an option to have something physical than something digital, because they can take that shit away from you at any moment, at any time, and you're just paying for a rental license to use it whenever you can till the game is totally out of commission. And that sucks because now you just wasted a lot of money on something that is not even yours. So with that said, like, share, follow, comment. Hope to see you guys in the next one. All great stuff. I'll see you guys next one. Thank you guys. Yeah.
Involved in the
Okay, now we're going to more funnier stuff. No more, technical shit. All right, so this is a video. The greatest of heroes today, right? Captain Durag. Yo, they should make the Snow Buddy a little, like, what's that thing they call it in Fortnite? Like a pet? I think it's like a sidekick they call it? A sidekick? The Snow Bunny should be a sidekick. That'd be funny as fuck. Anyway, let's get into this. So, this is from Mori. And this came out 6 days ago of the time of this. I didn't know he made his videos on this, but this is 6 days ago. This is about, I guess, Rakai. Because the video is called The Rakai Situation is Disgusting. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if he did something or something like that. They better be they better have that dance. They better have that dance. If they don't, I'll be pissed. But we're gonna jump into this and see what this is about. So let's go.
El Rubius situation with Mr. Beast clowning El Rubius and looking like a complete idiot while that event was happening, and we saw what happened. Actually, my first video got taken down for something, I don't know. It was, yeah, YouTube saw.
Moving on to streamer Ray clowning.
Anyway. I'm gonna make a video on this eventually, but you guys, my video got reinstated. My booty cult got reinstated back. Okay, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna do a video on this. I pissed off the cult leader of the booty religion. I pissed him off. He did not like the shit I said about him and his cult. He did not like it. He hated me for it. He made a copyright strike against my video, claiming my video. I was going to let it go and just, it's whatever it is, what it is. No one's going to see it anyway. But I said, you know what? I ain't going to get bullied by some no-name religious nut who thinks he saw Jesus on a beach with a big booty bitch in 1994. Fuck this dude. So I said, you know what? I'm going to fight it. I fought it, and I said, I have every right to that video that is transformative. I fast-forward the video. It has a bunch of jump cuts and edits. That video's not even his video. That video is from another person's video who I edited from. If anyone's going to complain, it's him, not you. You have no fucking, merit on the video. He claimed 6 seconds of a video, a random piece of the video. Random piece. And it was paused. Dumbass. It was not even playing. So, I fought it. I had to wait 15 days, at least 50 said 10, but it was actually 15 days. 15 days to wait for it to go through. He had 15 days of evidence to show to YouTube or Google or Alphabet to show that he was in the right ownership of that video. He could not do it. I got my video reinstated. Fuck you! Fuck you, bro! Fuck you and your booty religion. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Dumb, stupid, or dumb. Huh? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I got my video back up. Haha. Gotcha. I'm gonna make a video on this and show you guys the evidence of it. That shit was crazy. Bro, what's his name? Antoine? Fuck you, Antoine. You will not bully this small YouTuber. Fuck you. I've been through the ringer too long for this bullshit. Been doing this shit since, 2013, bitch. Fuck you. Yes, that's a legitimate cult Maggie. Yep. Whew. Got mobbed, bitch.
The U.S. education system after they let Rakai grant.
I'm gonna cut this part out just to let you guys know, because I can't be out here talking crazy like that out of context. But I'll make the video about it.
Graduate.
Whoa, they let Rakai. Wait, graduate? Holy shit.
Clowns the U.S. education system after finding out.
And we saw what happened. Actually, my first video got taken down for something, I don't know. It was, yeah, YouTube saw.
Moving on to streamer Ray clowning on the U.S. education system after they let Rakai graduate.
Whoa, they let Rakai.
Wait. What?
Wait, graduate? Holy shit.
Clowns the U.S. education system after finding out Rakai.
Ray clowns the U.S. education after finding out Rakai graduated despite missing 2 years of school. What?
I graduated high school despite missing 2 years of school.
Streamer privilege, I don't know, money privilege, finance privilege. They also said, I never seen him do homework and shit. How the f he graduate? That's a problem.
Oh, he's an idiot with money. He's just an idiot with money. He's just an idiot with money. It is what it is. This is not even attacking Rakai to a weird degree. This is just not a lot of streamers are smart. Let's just call it for what it is. But he's just an idiot with money. Nothing more, nothing less.
With the U.S. education, that's the reason everybody's so dumb over here. Did you know the average American has the reading comprehension level equal to
seventh? Yes, to a 7th to 8th grade. Most people can't read.
That or less than of a 7th grader, like a literal 13-year-old. Yeah, this is why our politics are so shit.
Everybody put a congrats in the chat, bro, for retirement. For me, my boy finally graduated.
And let me make this abundantly clear. Someone as dumb as Rakai is should never be able to graduate. That's ridiculous to me. So yeah.
Yes, for real. Thank you. Someone said it. Fuck yes. Someone as dense as this boy should not be able to... Nah, man. Nah, man.
Yeah, bro, he finally a grown ass man, bro. From now on, we can
He's finally a grown ass man.
finally for me do start to
Wait, how old is Rakai? How old is? I know he's young. Oh, he's 17. Okay.
bro, cause he a grown ass man right now. But I still don't know how the US system works, bro. Like at the end of the day, I'm still a Rikai hater, bro. Like how he didn't go to school for the whole 2 years and still graduate, bro.
The Asian guy's asking this question. The irony in this: the Asian dude who hangs out with dumbass streamers is asking the question: how did Rakai get past school if he never do homework? Didn't he have like an issue with? Didn't Kai pay for his tutoring for his school so the teacher will teach him, and the teacher was saying he was disrespectful, he doesn't do his homework, he doesn't listen to her, everything under the sun. He was extremely disrespectful, called her names, called her a bitch, called her this, called her that. Didn't he do that on stream? The fuck?
Lots of corruption, and these school districts, the more people they graduate, the more people they pass, the more funding, federal funding, I believe they get.
It's people like Rakai pass high school by No Child Left Behind. They go to fucking college, and then they get totally brainwashed by the liberal ideology nonsense, and then they're mad at everything. They hate everyone. They hate themselves. You know what I'm saying? You just think about it. They hate their country. They hate where they live. They think everyone else is better, but no one likes them. They find them obtuse and annoying and obnoxious. They can't read. They're not really that smart. They don't use critical thinking. They think about their feelings. You know what I'm saying? They can't identify who's their friend or not unless they look like them or they're on that flag or something like that.
From, I think, not only state-funded taxes, but also federal funding as well, you know, in specific places.
Like, that's how the US system is, bro. That shit's up. What you mean he can graduate, bro? He never went to school. I never seen him doing homework and shit, bro.
The dude, he can barely speak English, but you know it's something when we are so fucked. We're so fucked. Chat, we are fucked. No one that dumb should be able to pass.
No Child Left Behind. Like, bro, I'm telling you, no child. Is that even still a policy? Is No Child Left Behind
that's
still a thing?
Yeah, that's if DEI started anywhere, it was here. If DEI exists, is this. I'm just kidding.
Well, this is Rakai is the #1 ambassador of that. He's like the prime example.
How the he graduate? That's a fucking problem, bro. That's a problem of U.S. education, bro.
Yeah.
That's the reason everybody is so dumb over here. Look at Rakai, bro. If he can graduate, anybody can graduate, bro. Literally, bro. Like, how the fuck can he graduate?
Now, recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing.
What exactly was No Child Left Behind? You don't know what that is? Wait, are you asking? Are you legitimately asking? I'm not sure if you're actually genuinely asking that question or being funny. Don't remember what it was. Okay, so the No Child Left Behind Act, the NCLB, was a sweeping U.S. federal education law signed in 2002 that tied federal funding to schools' accountability, required states to test students in reading and math annually, and mandated that all schools demonstrate adequate yearly progress, AYP, towards 100% student proficiency by 2014. Key components is standard testing, mandated annual states testing for students in grades 3 through 8, and at least once in high school. Let me see here. It's technically, if you are about to be left behind, they're gonna make it easy for you to pass. So they'll lower the standards for you to pass. So if you're about to get left back and you be the adult in the room per se amongst the other new kids, so you being left behind and looking embarrassing, they'll give you summer school and give you some stupid project you have to do. They'll make up for the rest of the grades so they can push your punk ass off. Dang, heavy references. You got some heavies today, bro. Okay, don't remember. That's pretty much what it is. So if you like fucked up on like say English on something, like 50% of your grade was like you fucked up on the project on 50% of your grade, what they'll do is they'll have you do another project which is way more simpler than the previous project, and then if you pass with flying colors with that one, they'll pass you instead of you taking, or you may have to take summer classes depending how horrendously you did. So yeah.
And promoting addictive platforms. And they knew their apps could control. So for the hypey 5th grader over there, which is like a 10-year-old, is equal to that of like a video. Yo, it's so bad that I hear in China, their education system is so advanced over there to where like a 5th grader over there, which is like a 10-year-old, is equal to that of like a middle schooler here who's 14. That's how bad it is. And whatever.
Say that again. Go back. Say that again.
Education system is so advanced over there to where like a 5th grader over there, which is like a 10-year-old, is equal to that of like a middle schooler here who's 14. That's how bad it is. And what are we going to do about this? We can't continue to live in a society of which the average reading comprehension level is 7th grade or below. And that's just the average on a distribution bell curve. If you look at an average, you split down this just simply means the standard deviation below that. If the average is 7th grade or below, half the people who are below the mean are dumber than that. That's
because it's I blame the parents. I blame the parents. I'm not even gonna blame the kids to a degree. I blame the parents because what we're looking at is the actual results of the iPhone child. Because iPhone parents who put their kids in front of a screen all damn day made them stupid. It keeps them quiet, or at least keeps them occupied, so mom and dad don't have to deal with them. And because of that, they're in front of a screen all damn day. And so when they're in front of a screen all damn day, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on this, they're on that. They end up running onto the website outside of those, like Pornhub and all these different things. And they learn these different things from their parents, and they their friends and all that stuff. And then, it just leads to a lot of hell. Like, there's a lot of kids on VR chat. Like, children on VR chat. And there's mentally ill people on that shit. Not all people, but a good mentally ill sense of people on VR chat. And there'll be kids having conversations with grown adults saying the most heinous things to them, or they saying heinous things to adults and stuff, and being loud and obnoxious and dumb and shit. Like, it's horrendous. Hold up. Someone got left because they watch Bleach. Good. He's free. Okay, yep. It's messes with their brain development. Yep. They're not out. They're not learning. They're not, discovering within their realms of what they know. They're just going based on the fake fallacies of what they see on YouTube and TikTok and even Facebook. So they think being an influencer is all it's cracked up to be, or all that stuff, and that's all they want to be. No one wants to be an astronaut. People don't want to be doctors. People don't want to be lawyers. Anything in a societal sense of like authority, like being a cop or something, is seen as horrible and evil, or racist, or sellout, or something like that. If you're smart, if you come from like a very horrible neighborhood or in the ghetto, and you want to be of someone of yourself, you want to make something of yourself, or you're smart or something, you have to either hide it, or you can't really bring it up to your peers because they're too stupid, or they don't want to hear all that because they want to hear about the next Cardi rap song or some shit like that, or they want to talk about Sexy Red and their booty hole brown bullshit, or something about Ice Spice shaking her ass but not saying absolutely nothing. Especially when Kai asks Ice Spice to rap freestyle. Instead of freestyling, this bitch turned around and started shaking her ass. That told you everything you need to know. That told you everything you needed to know. So they do study harder than most students. Yep. Even talking to the Asians, yes.
That's not good, guys. That's not good.
True. Oh my god. Dude, the fact that Rakai actually graduated when dude can barely read is actually crazy.
Bro, wait. Are you telling me that frame was not exaggerated? You're telling
No! That was real! Oh my god. People never get this. This was real. Yes, the meme, they made his face exaggerated in the meme. But that was him actually reading the shit like he was and screaming at the book, just to make fun of Kai. which was funny because it made him look dumber because he can't read. At least Kai was trying to like, you know, better his situation. Rakai tried to make fun of the dude who helped him get to where he is, the irony in that, and then started screaming at the book and can't read all that well, and people made fun of him. Make him look like a Ninja Turtle and all that shit. That was not a joke. That was actually true. All that screaming and yelling at him from the book was not supposed to make fun of technically black people. That was just make fun of Rakai. He just happens to be black and he was an idiot. A lot of people didn't know about that. It's kind of funny how a lot of people thought that was just a random meme of Rakai and they just put someone on some head of some kid with a book. No, that was him.
Is 7th grade or below. Half the people who are below the mean are dumber than that. That's not good, guys. That's not good.
True. Oh my god. Dude, the fact that Rakai actually graduated when dude can barely read is actually crazy.
Bro, wait. Are you telling me that frame was not exaggerated? You're telling me this frame right here is not like fake? Rakai is reading a book for the first. This was real? Holy shit. That side profile is
That
crazy.
guy is a menace to society.
It can all spark to make a strong artwork. That's how I would define the sneaker equation. I would say these sneakers have gone through.
I will love to have Rakai. I don't mean to give him strays for this, but Floyd Mayweather read a book together. That would make some numbers. I think Rakai would do it. If Rakai can convince Floyd Mayweather to read a book with him, I know 50 Cent will take his phone and record that screen like off rip.
I've never seen the real clip before. I only saw the memes. So this is the first time I'm seeing this. And holy shit, it's worse than I thought.
That's how I would define the sneaker equation. I would say these sneakers have gone through.
He's not trolling. Like, he's
Didn't this dude fuck that porn star chick, that OF bitch?
actually serious. I always thought these streamers were legitimately smart or somewhat normal, but we're just pretending to play it up for the content. I didn't know they were actually this retarded.
Honestly, Kai Cenat should face...
They're not smart people. Like, I don't think people understand this. Most influencers and streamers aren't, like, geniuses. They either got into something without really realizing it, or they had a vision and they didn't think it would be something that was going to be a thing, and it became a thing. Or they just happened to get lucky enough, and it's the wrong person at the right place at the wrong time. I mean, at the right time. That's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much Half-Life. The wrong guy at the right place at the right time. That's really what it is. Remember, Rakai accused this man of being his dad. Off the rip, when that happened, I would hang up the phone on this kid and call it a day. His future would have never became a thing. But for some reason, Kai did that. I don't know why he did. Now he's gonna be blamed for the birth of this demon here. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is Kai's fault. I'm not even blaming Rakai for this. I'm blaming Kai for this. This is Kai's fault. I'm not even mad at Rakai. Rakai is a symptom of something that we are ignoring to, like, not fix. It is what it is.
Charges for actually platforming this guy. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the education system there. Like, they really need to up the standards or something. I mean, that dude has the literacy of like a 3rd grader, bro.
No, a 3rd grader is like a 10-year-old, right, guys? I'm pretty sure a 10-year-old who's in 3rd grade could read better than Rakai at 18. He just turned 18, right? So he's a senior. He's heading off.
For the exception of Corey Ketchin, I'm not too familiar with Corey all that much, so I don't know like how he acts and stuff. But he seems like he's pretty well. He has a shoulder on his head. So he kind of figured out the BS and not become an idiot. Like, he probably would do something for the fun, for the lulz, but it's only for the lulz and that's it. It doesn't take it to a level where he's seen as an idiot. You know what I'm saying? You're like, he's just doing a thing and that's it. But like, like the dance, for instance. He's just doing the dance. He looks silly, but that's it. But he's not making himself look like a total asshat.
Well, he's not heading off to college, but at this point, had he not been streaming, he would have been heading off to college, presumably, right?
Yeah, people like Rakai don't make it to college. And if they do make it to college, it's because he got some like handout or something. Like if he was going to college, he would be going to sports. That's the only reason. If he was in the sports and was doing sports and he got a scholarship somehow, then he'll be in college. But people like Rakai don't go to college. They get out of high school and just work. That's it. Or if he has a brain, he'll just work. But because he's a child, he thinks like a kid, he's very erratic, you know, he acts the way he does, and then don't really think it through. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Kai Cenat deserves the blame for this.
Have not seen this movie. Have not seen this video. Again, I called it again. Again, this came out 6 days ago. I have not seen this till today. And we still got more Mori stuff to go run through.
Did he derail this kid's life, or did he just make him a millionaire?
It's a bit of both. Because if once he loses that money, he'll never know how to keep that money up.
Kai Cenat not been, I guess the person who platformed him would have.
It's the equivalent of giving a crackhead money. Like if you give a crackhead $10 million, that money's gonna run out or be lost within like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. Play a part in it. Play a part in it? He sure does.
Kai been, a bit smarter, a bit more studious.
I still remember that clip from the QT Cinderella Streamer Awards, and he was just unable to answer anything.
For those of you who don't know you, do you want to give a little introduction about yourself as a streamer?
Wait, what you mean? What you mean, what? Like,
An introduction.
He is dumb. We know a motherfucker like this. Don't lie. We know a motherfucker like this. It could be a family member, a friend, a cousin, a dude at school, a bully, just a straight up dumbass. We know someone like this. You ask him a simple question and he doesn't know. He needs a demo of what you just asked him. It was something simple like, can you give an introduction about yourself? He's like, what do you mean? Who are you? Just tell me who you are. Like, goddamn, you're here. What you here for? I sure do. Yeah, I know. I know a bunch of dudes like this.
Introduction of yourself as a streamer.
Does he not know what the word introduction means? Is that what he's struggling with?
My next door neighbor, right? We know someone like that.
I don't really know. Like, I just stream, yeah.
He's right. Our education system is a joke at the high school level.
Guys, it's so over, bro. Like,
all he had to say is, "Hey everyone, my name is Rakai. I do streaming and stuff. I do a lot of like IRL stuff and all, and I work with other streamers. I do funny stuff. We do it for lols. We can take it a little too far. We do pranks here and there. But it's all in good fun. We're just here to entertain people, and we're not here to harm anyone or put anyone in any situations within our pranks or in our gags or skits and stuff like that. But we're just here to have fun, experiment, and see what the audience are into. There, bam, that's it. That's it. Bro needs a demo of knowing thyself. Shit, and what he does for a living. He doesn't even know what he does for a living. Holy shit.
actually over, man. Like, I don't even know. And this is why, like, for every Rakai that has made it in streaming, you got to understand there are thousands more who are just broke and destitute. And they're literally just going to be perpetual bums living with their moms.
Just made a great point. To be fair, Ray isn't the smartest either. I'll never forgive Kai for making this random idiot famous. America's intentionally dumbing down the youth year by year, so he isn't wrong.
I don't think this is intentional. I think this is corruption. I think this is funding. And I think this is ideological capture that I don't know who runs.
I said this. I just said this. Listen, he's one of those kids who end up being stupid as hell in high school, didn't take anything serious. If he somehow gets to college, whether through a scholarship or not, which mostly he won't because he doesn't look like he does sports, he will somehow get into college somehow through the family or some bullshit. And then when he gets into college, he's going to get captured by taking stupid studies that don't mean shit. Gender studies or cultural studies and all these stupid ass studies that won't make you no money, will make you a professional asshole, a professional annoyance, a professional just nothing. You are professional nothing. You have a degree in absolute bullshit. You're quick to tell me the pronouns. You're quick to tell me what systemic racism is, but you don't know what 2 + 2 or can't read a fucking book. That tells you everything you need to fucking know. This is why they say college is almost a scam. Almost. If you're not going for a doctor, lawyer, or something that is actually worth a shit, if he needs these basic things, don't go to college, bro. If you're not a doctor, a police officer, or some form of lawyer, or some type of tech person, get the fuck out of school. Do not go to school. That's it. I'm telling you straight up. If you're not a doctor, a lawyer, a software engineer type dude, you don't even have to go to school for that. But I think now they're gonna have to technically require that in the future. But or something to that degree, get the fuck out of college. You're just wasting your money. You're going to be in debt for no reason. And majority of people with bachelors right now or even masters can't even do what you need to do. Because you're either living with your parents or with your roommate and you're working at fucking Starbucks. That fucking degree you got is worth a paperweight now.
Our education system, it has to be a mixture of different politics or people in power from different states.
Yeah, no, I think it's intentional too. I think this is intentional for a good reason.
And, you know, federal funding and cities. So I don't know if it leans one way or the other on the political spectrum, but I do know it's all about, like, at the end of the day, the foundation is money. It's like money, like, you know, it's scam.
That's the only way you can have, like, subservient, loyal sheep who turn into Hassan fans. You have to literally make everybody regarded.
Yes. It's like that movie called Idiocy. I think it's called Idiocy. Idiocracy, I think. I forgot what it was called. Idiocy? I think it's called Idiocy. It's that movie where everyone's stupid. And the one guy is smart, but he tries to tell them stop being stupid, but, you know, they don't listen.
School was just happy to let him go. It's been known Rakai did classes online. It's not abnormal for kids to get special permission to participate in online classes or have a private tutor.
I mean, the thing with online classes, it's pretty much been proven that kids need physical stimuli. They have to be in the environment for their role models and professors to actually teach them the...
No. I know what he's talking about, but we're at that point where that don't matter no more. Because these kids are threatening the teachers and attacking each other and staff. They don't give a fuck about being physically near you. They want to be around the girl they want to fuck. They want to fuck around with the dudes that they're hanging out with. They don't want to listen to no fuck-ass teacher. Especially if they're like 70 years old. They don't want to listen to that. As soon as that teacher even pipes up a slightly higher than that kid usually hear in the octave at home, they're gonna threaten them and say, yell at me, who you think you're talking to type shit. The kids talk like this. They'll say they don't give a fuck, who you talking to, who you think you pushing around, who you talking to like that, old lady, you old bag bitch, X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll say, I'm gonna call your parents. They said, call them, I don't give a fuck. They say that. They don't give a shit no more. Kids are not a fear of their parents like that to a degree. They're not really a fear of their parents, especially if they're in a single mother household. They don't really fear their mom till you know what I'm saying? They don't really do, especially if they're a grown boy. After a while, they don't give a fuck what their mom have to say.
The proper curriculum, right?
And girl. You see those fights with those girls at schools and shit?
Proper material that they need to comprehend. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, staring at a computer screen digitally, you know, with pixels isn't really gonna have that kid learning actually internalize the information and understand it to its most basic fundamentals. So here we have this tweet. They said Rakai exposes his teacher for being the reason why he couldn't walk at graduation, and then gets a call from Zamo. They probably knew they know you're a streamer and they don't want you like messing up the whole ceremony. And he said, I like that teacher a lot. God bless her soul, and I hope she has the best life she can have. I don't want y'all to do anything. I pray you don't. What, like, is that like some kind of subtle threat, Rakai?
That's a subtle threat. That is a definitely subtle threat.
Here's what Rakai said,
This
though.
teacher right here is the reason why I don't want the stage, bro. And I could have walked the stage, but since it's because of her, she won't let me on the stage. That's so game. It pissed me the fuck off. And when I was in school, and I'm not saying send hate to her, I'm just saying, like, this girl right here, bro, don't care. Nope.
You gotta show their face? You're technically doxing their face? Dumbass.
He called his teacher a girl.
My
That's
mom
funny.
calling me. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, chat, bro. I ain't lying,
Skip
bro.
forward.
I don't send up the hate. I like her. I like the teacher a lot, bro. Cause you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, she let me graduate, but
Man, I love when streamers and creators always say, and it's not always the case, but they'll say, "Don't send her any hate. Don't do."
When they say that, that is a dog whistle to go do some shit to them. Especially if they say it like 5, 6, 7 times. Like they'll say it one time, fine, but like when they keep saying it over and over again, that's a dog whistle.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna dox her entire face,
Right?
her
Right?
name, what school
Right?
I went to, right? Like,
Right?
don't send her any hate. That dog whistle is always funny
it's
to me.
just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she let me walk the stage because you feel me. So that's what I'm saying. But nothing but God, nothing but bless for her. God bless her soul, and I hope she has the best life she could have in her life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to do anything or anything like that, actually, at all, please.
You know, it's kids like this is why we have to give our ID to the government, because their punk ass parents does not take care of them or look out for their well-being or put them in better situations. They end up being like this. Like, Wakai is actually just more of an exception to the rule because he has money now and he met another streamer. But most kids like him, or from whether it doesn't matter what race it is, they're usually can be manipulated to do stupid or insane things by their peers or from other adults that's on the internet. And because they're trying to pass that law, which I think they did, where if you're under 16, you can't have social media or some shit like this. And that's why we have to give our ID to the government, because their fuck ass parents didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Please do not, chat. I pray I don't at all.
I gotta say, Rakai is the prime example for why, in America at least, you quite literally don't even need to graduate high school anymore to be
Yeah, you don't. You really don't have to.
successful in this economy. Just have a phone, access to Twitch or YouTube, and just start acting like a f***ing ape. Actually, Jester Max, jump up and down, be a clown. For God's sake, you don't even have to read. If you don't know how to read, how do you even read donos that are coming in? Apparently, it still works though. This is, land of the what the f am I saying? Land of the free, many opportunities here.
But that's what I'm saying. So I hope nothing but the best for her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now, chat, listen. Now that chapter is out the life, bro, we passed that chapter, bro. Chat, listen, we were past that chapter in our life, bro. You know
The chapter of
It's gonna suck when this dude is in his mid-20s, early 30s, or mid to I'll say late 20s, early 30s. Because when streaming becomes different from the landscape that he used to, he's gonna have a rude awakening.
what, high school?
So let's move the f on, okay?
There's just no way this guy was trying to blame his teacher, bro. Of course they can't have you and your rabid fans causing a commotion and destroying the entire event.
Right.
I mean, I don't think they're specifically targeting you. It's just like any IRL streamer is just like a nuisance.
Exactly. Obviously, he would have created a nuisance. He would have made a spectacle of the entire ceremony. He would have probably started doing backflips and yelling in the mic and doing the L dance from Fortnite that he did to El Rubius. Like, everything is so
I feel
predictable.
like that's pretty obvious. Just be thankful she let you graduate, dude. That's like a big favor already.
Right.
They should have kept his ass back, bro. He doesn't have basic self-respect, barely able to read. I mean, at least he's a streamer, right? At least
Hey.
the profession sort of matches here. At least he's not actually going out into society being like a teacher or something.
I gotta say, if he didn't make it as a streamer or as a creator, then poor.
He would have been working at 7-Eleven, or he would have been probably in trouble with the law.
Or fucking guy. He would have been McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Popeyes. Prime candidate, bro.
Yeah.
Would he have even been smart enough to put the fries in the bag, bro? The wings in the oil, the mop in the bucket. I wonder. Someone said here.
God damn.
Here, Rakai passed because he could prove he's read as many books as Hassan. Another person said here.
Damn! Damn!
It's the USA. If you have money, you can do whatever you want, even when you're dumb as a bag of rocks. Rakai's IQ has gotta be in the negatives. They said they just wanted Rakai out of that school. Another person said if this streaming stuff doesn't work out for him, he's doomed. No, he's already
I said it!
probably made at least $1 million or $2 million. He can invest that. Make
If he knows how to invest, he can't read. If he knows how to do it.
a decent ROI yearly off of interest. Another person said that seemed sus. Not gonna lie, he doesn't know what a vowel is and think that there is a county named East Africa. I don't know if he's trolling or not, but yeah. Now check this out, guys. Check
Prove
this out.
them wrong. But honestly, the part of this story that nobody can fully answer is how he passed high school in the first place, and more specifically, how he passed the Regents at all. Because this wasn't some random exam he had never seen before. He had already failed this exact social studies Regents multiple times.
And by the way, guys, in case you were wondering what the Regents were, it typically refers to the standardized and of course exams administered to high school students in New York State. So it's specific to New York and nowhere else in
Oh, he's from New York? Oh, that's even worse.
the country. And based off of what I'm hearing, Rakai used ChatGPT to pass this exam.
He said that
Oh my lord.
himself on stream.
So we gotta do, chat. So I gotta pass this one test. And now, you failing? See, that's bad. Like, chat, why you telling me I use ChatGPT for the test? Nigga, I can't use ChatGPT, bro, because it's in person. It's in person.
And there it is. There it is. Because more of him is going to be pushed out the door. More of him is going to be in positions of power eventually. And because they can't do certain things, they need ChatGPT just to get the point A to point B. And that is scary. This is like someone who works at the airport. I'm not saying that him specifically, but it's like if more people are dumb, hopefully we don't have dumb people who are like working the airport who like does the whole coordination of where the plane goes and this, that, and third and tells where the, and you know what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen is if that person don't know what to do, which they have actually had some videos on this where a person had to pull up something on ChatGPT or I think Google just to Google something because they didn't understand the term that someone said on the comms was very frightening to know because that could have been important information to know within minutes, seconds of something that could prevent a crash or something. Shit's crazy. Beauty school, dropout, no graduation day for you, right?
Bro, so like, chat, listen, basically, chat, okay, it's a region. It's a social study region. That's what I'm saying. I felt that shit multiple times, bro.
And then somehow, with only about 10 days of lead time, he passed it. That's the part that has people confused. Because there are clips all over the internet of Rakai struggling to communicate properly.
Even when he's reading, bro, it looks like he's struggling. Look at this shit, bro. Holy shit. God.
Yeah, he looks so aggressive. Why does bro look so aggressive when he speaks? Oh my god. It's like he's trying to prove a point. Like he's arguing with someone that's right in front of him.
Basic high school.
What the No, we gotta replay that, guys. Look at the way this guy reads.
Remember, guys. Remember. Always remember this. If I remember right, this dude fucked the OF girl. All that tells you is you don't need to be good looking and or smart. You just need to have some money. But then again, you gotta be at least clever enough to get some money or lucky enough to get some money. Now, I'm not saying to go fuck no F girl, because I would not even recommend that on my worst enemy. But remember, it don't take much for women to like you. They just have to lie to themselves long enough or good enough for you to think you're worth a shit. You just gotta convince them to convince themselves that you're worth a shit. You know what I'm saying? Remember, a lot of girls will fuck this boy just because he's Rakai, not because he's smart, not that he's good looking, not that he's clever, not that he has anything going for him, not that he's tall, none of that. It's the fact that he's Rakai with a name and that's it, with some clout. We are so fucked as a society. We are so absolutely God-given fucked.
Oh my god.
Have God have mercy of our souls.
This can't be
all
real,
over
man.
the internet of Rakai struggling to communicate properly, struggling with basic high school knowledge, and just generally coming across like someone who was not exactly locked in academically.
I would say these sneakers have gone through.
This dude is fighting with the book. He is at odds with the book.
No, he has to be playing a character.
Again, I think we need him to read in front. I would love for him and May Floyd Weather to do a book off. They both read the same Cat and Hat book.
There's just no way, guys. There's no way.
KC3, I love you, Daddy. Don't talk back, KC3.
He's playing. He's
my people back. I'm so sorry, my dude.
definitely playing a character.
I'm so sorry for you, Nathaniel. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm so sorry, my dude. I am so sorry. Like it's so frustrating.
Character, but
To watch
holy
this.
shit, maybe this isn't too far off how he actually acts in real life when the
No, this is probably how he does act in real life.
cameras are off.
I sat there with Sally. We sat there with two, and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house. We did nothing at all. Oh my God!
Let God have mercy on our forsaken souls. I'm dead serious now. Like, the fact that he's hyping himself up just to read a Cat in the Hat book. Bro, the fact that he's hyping himself up to read Cat in the fucking Hat tells you that we are so fucked, my guy. We are so fucked. I haven't seen someone pat their back so hard on something so stupid. Now, for all we know, he could be just playing a game. He could be really playing some 4D chess, and he's just acting out for the camera. Could be possible. But let's be honest, I don't think this dude can actually read like that. I'm not even gonna play this game. Maybe he's just really, you know, emphasizing the problem, but like, you know, this is sad. This is sad. Need God to bring this one to clarity, correct? No, he's not. Let me see. Those two fish, I forgot the rest for that. Oh, the two fish? Oh, two fish, one fish. One fish, two
This
fish,
is a
two
book
fish,
made
four
for
fish.
5-year-olds, guys. Like, I get it, he's playing into the character,
Bro, look like he's about to cry.
but it's not funny.
His face is at. This is his face of joy. Just to let you know, he looks like he's about to cry though.
Because people genuinely think you're retarded. Like, this is crazy. But I mean, hey, if Rakai can graduate, anybody can.
Damn! Damn, bro. That is sad when you are the low bar. That is sad when people put you as the low bar to the pass. Holy shit. It's not even the grade. You are the bar. That is crazy. That is crazy. He needs to read Edgar Allan Poe since he's a poet in intelligence. He's poet in intelligence. Okay, got those references. He probably reading the comments meant as a diss. Okay, I got you. I read causing him physical damage. It's 1 HP every time he speaks. It's like Boondocks skit. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. If Boondocks was still around, I think Rakai would be on this show. I know, no question. All the shit that's gone on since Boondocks cancellation, there's so much content for Boondocks to use for the last 10 years that has passed since its cancellation. Holy shit. From streamers, movies, you know what I'm saying, parodies and all that shit. Some shit Riley would do, but I'm pretty sure even I know he can read. Riley plays bullshit games. I think he's much smarter than he gives himself. He is dumb, but I don't think he's that dumb. He just doesn't want to be seen as smart because smartness is seen as in that type of class of archetype of person. They see smartness as a form of weakness. It seems like you're a Poindexter. You're not funny. You're not strong. You're not physically imposing because you know what I'm saying. That's why Huey ever rarely uses any form of physical opposition when he actually has to. So, and he knows that if he went head to head with Huey will beat that ass, which he did many times. He beat that ass.
He was getting fined for wearing shoes that weren't regulation, red or whatever. That my entry point into my mystique of sneakers, not the object.
Countries in Africa.
Holy shit.
He did take over a gang as a child, but remember, his brother gave him the suit. He gave him the bulletproof vest, knowing that it was gonna go down left.
Shit.
Real fast.
I just can't. Yo, this is some funny shit. Like, this is actually hilarious to me. Now, it says here, Rakai names 5 countries in Africa, and he instantly says this.
South Africa, North Africa, East Africa,
West Africa, say it.
West Africa.
Yep, there we go. 4 states. Wait, now I'm being retarded. I said states. Four different countries, I meant.
Me? What are you?
Ben told Rakai to slow down after Rakai stopped.
You have a Rolls Royce?
Slow down, nigga. Why you keep, when you do all that talking and you can't keep up with your brain thinking, you gotta just slow down.
Is this, what's his name? Ben?
Bro is so confused. Look at his face.
or some shit.
You wasted 10 seconds.
This is like way worse than XQC, by the way.
There are viral moments of him not being able to name 5 African countries, struggling to find the word ethnicity, and stumbling through basic sentences like,
yeah, like, can I name 5 countries in Africa? All right. Morocco, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, okay, South Africa, Kenya.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I don't know them off rip, but if I go look it up, I can find them. But like, you know, I don't know them off the top of my head.
Rhodesia doesn't. Was that? Let's see. Egypt, Ghana,
like
Nigeria, Niger. What else? Madagascar. Goddamn. The Democratic Republic
Nigeria is a hard one for most white people to say.
of Congo. Is that a country? I think it is. Man, these borders are constantly changing.
their physical obstacles. So when news came out that he had not only passed the regents but had officially
No, it was Nicaragua. That one's a different. If I was a white person.
graduated, people naturally started asking questions. Not necessarily because they wanted him to fail, but because the result didn't match what had been visible for months.
I mean, obviously anybody would inquire as to how someone with this level of intellectualism or lack thereof could pass. I mean, he's just like, he's not the brightest guy at all. I'm even just having a hard time comprehending this myself.
So I need to know what you think. Was the school completely justified in keeping him out of that ceremony? Or
comments down below. I wouldn't at this point even blame nepotism. I wouldn't even blame any type of privilege. I think they were just so annoyed that they didn't even
they were so sick and tired of his stupid
want to give this guy a chance to stay within the school district. Thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this, guys? This is
it is what it is. I was going to keep going with more videos, but I think we're going to stop here. It's already 10 o'clock, so I'm going to let you guys go. Like, share, and comment. Did you guys learn something from this? Did you learn that being stupid is not the end-all be-all? Because if you're stupid enough like Rakai, you can still make it in life somehow. If you accuse a famous Twitch streamer of being your biological dad and getting millions of dollars after. Oh my god. The setback is crazy. It's more than crazy. It's sad. It's embarrassing at its highest. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great night. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Silver. Thank you, PT. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mikey and Bri, for coming in and, you know, overwatching the stream and stuff. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry that you guys had to be exposed to such regardness, if I have to say it. But it is what it is. Have a great night. Keep safe, guys. I might be on tomorrow. Might. So don't keep your hopes up. If I'm on, I'm on. If I'm not, I'm not. So if I'm not on around around 5 or 6 o'clock, don't expect me to be on at 7, 8, or 9. I'm just gonna, because I got work stuff to do. All right, have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Mental damage. All right, have a great night, guys. I'm out. Oh, and thank you, Ari, for the gifts, and Silver. Thank you for the gifts. I forgot to say that. All right, I'm out. Oh, and Maggie. Thanks, Maggie.